Stephanie here with Eyes on the Game, and I'm here at the Ultimate Fighter Season 25, here with Joe Stevenson. Now, you were on the Ultimate Fighter Season number 2 12 years ago in 2005. How does it feel to be back, except now, Season 25?
Well, the show has aged like wine. It's gotten better, more efficient. The production has went through the roof. Now the big sponsors are behind it. The fact that the editors know what they want to see. The video guys are right on top of it. The sound guys, they mesh. You know, just like anything, the more experience you have, the better it runs. So it's made this a really enjoyable experience.
Now, being a veteran of the sport, and like I just mentioned, I mean, it's been 12 years since, you were last in the Ultimate Fighter as winner. What do you think about the growth of the UFC and mixed martial arts in general?
When I first started fighting professionally, I was 16 years old. In high school, I'd fought, I believe, 3 people that had already fought in the UFC. And we had always told everyone, all of our friends, we'd be like, dude, this is going to be the biggest sport. Even though it was the quietest sport, it was a time if you wore a top-out shirt, like you knew something no one else knew. And now it's kind of hit the mainstream, and everyone kind of, if they don't know it, they understand it, or they've heard of it. So it's crazy, honestly. To have seen it grown to become something that you knew it was always going to become is a great experience.
And what do you think of some of the fighters now, like the Conor McGregors and whatnot?
These guys are pioneers of a sport that's been around forever. And I say that because they're able to bring new things, new paychecks, new industry standards, points on the pay-per-view, things that they put everything out there in front. And without them, it would be very difficult to see this sport even evolving now.
Now, you were last in the UFC in 2011, and you fought in various promotions afterwards. I mean, how has your game developed, and what have you learned most, from your time away from this promotion?
I think learning to work on my stand-up, learning to work on things to help develop a well-rounded game, because when you're ripe, you rot, and when you're green, you grow. So the important thing in the sport is to evolve with it. And it's really not evolving into something new. If you watch it, it just is like a circle. It just continues to the things that, this is the new stuff. Oh, we kind of did that, in like 2000. And so it's kind of just to keep reinventing yourself, to understand what the opponent is going to do, to keep yourself safe and to keep yourself out of danger.
And what about your camps?
Well, my camps have evolved to where I feel a little bit more confident, where I don't have to leave. I don't have to be away from everything. The seclusion is good. High altitude training is good. But now you learn to train smarter and not harder.
And are you still running your Cobra Kai?
I'm still running Cobra Kai in Victorville. I have some great fighters under me. I have a guy that won 3 different world titles in 3 different weight classes in 6 months. Has 6 belts. I've had amateurs that have won so many world titles that now they can turn pro. I get to consult and do the choreography for the TV show Kingdom with Frank Grillo, Matt Lauria, Jonathan Tucker, Nick Jonas, and I get to see my fighters on there too. I get to bring in my friends, old school like fighters that can now be involved. You get to see like Joey Benavidez. You get to see so many of these great fighters fighting these actors, and it's a compliment when they tell you, "Hey, man, like." They know what they're talking about because I get to coach them.
Now, do you still talk to Mark Leemon? Because I know Cobra Kai was his branch.
I just talked to Mark Leemon before coming out here, and he gave me some great advice. He's in Milwaukee right now taking care of his mom. His father has passed, and he's been at home for a year now. He's found a woman I believe that he's in love with, and he's doing everything to make his heart feel great. Cobra Kai, do or die.
And what did he tell you, before coming on this Ultimate Fighter?
He told me, Joe Daddy, I'm excited for you. I'm very, very happy for you. And go out there and give it your all.
And lastly, for the fans that will tune in this season, what can they expect from Joe Stevenson?
I believe the same stuff from season 2. Exciting fights, a great attitude, and a lot of positive energy.